Hello and welcome to the Friar channel. I am the Friar, aka Father Nicholas, and if you haven't yet, please make sure to click that subscribe button. It really does help me. It's right beneath the video. So today I wanted to get a little personal with you all because recently I've started a 4-part series on discerning within the Carmelite tradition and understanding discernment as a way of seeking deeper communion with Jesus Christ through the choices that we've made. I have chosen to be a friar, but that wasn't a choice that I just made overnight. It was a choice that I made along a series of actions and activities in my life by constantly saying yes to the gifts given to me. And how do I want to put this? During many moments of those times, it has been very uplifting and very joyful and very amazing and awesome and just a list of positive adjectives. But there's been one or two moments that, let's just say, I have been my own worst enemy. And I wanted to share one of those moments today as a way of understanding the need to be open to the community around us in our lives as we seek to live out a deeper communion with Jesus Christ. In this story has to go back to my time in the PreNovitiate, which is when a young man enters into our formation program to discern in a more deeper way under the guiding support of the order to see if they're called to be a Carmelite. They haven't committed themselves to the vows yet. They're just opening themselves up to a deeper process of discernment under the guiding support of the order. And I had a very great and amazing and a holy pre-novice director, pre-novice master during that time. And during my time in the pre-novitiate, let's just say my anger, my stubbornness would constantly get the better of me. And there was this one event in this one moment where around Christmas time, the community went into New York City and to have a dinner together and to celebrate another great academic semester, but also one of the brothers' birthdays because his brother was during Christmas and we weren't going to be around for it. Well, the pre-novice director / master at the time was a night guy, and many of these sort of activities would take us late into the night. I am not a night person. I am a morning person. I get up at 5 a.m. usually. I love my morning time, but after 9 p.m., I start to become good for nothing for nobody because I just want to sleep and I want to be left alone, and I become like a bear, for lack of a better word. So as we're getting ready to leave, the idea came, let's go see all the lights in Times Square and everything. And I'm just getting livid at this point. I'm like, it's a good hour back to New Jersey where we're going. I'm tired. I'm cranky. You know, we have all these activities tomorrow. I just want to sleep. Why can't we do this? And I'm just saying, what the heck? Except for I was a little bit more rude than that. And he and I have sort of a verbal altercation on the street in New York City. And let's just say I put a negative cloud over the experience for everybody. Well, we decided to go to Times Square, and I stayed with the group, and it was either a day or so after this event, the director and I sat down together, and I had the feeling, and I had the belief, and I had the suspicion that I was going to be gone. Like, this is it. I'm going to be kicked out. I'm going to go back to Michigan. It's done. It's over. I'm going to pack my bags. This man responded with such humility, with such patience, with such kindness. I was floored. He admitted that he made some faults in the situation, and hearing him say that in such a kind and humble way opened me to admitting that I had done some wrong things in that situation too. And he and I had a wonderful conversation about that event in which I was able to begin to put words to why I was getting upset and owning the behavior, which I sort of just responded with instead of thinking about. And it was such a pivotal point that poured in this high level of self-knowledge that was a pivotal point in that pre-novitiate time that helped me to become more self-aware of who I was and all the attachments that I had in my life, and how I responded with anger when someone had threatened those attachments, like the attachment of getting a good night's sleep, and making sure things were done my way. That it was, let's just say, that Christmas season, I really spent a lot of time in silence over that conversation, thinking about how if I only had just a skosh, a little bit of patience that this man had with me, how much of a better human being I would be for all those in my life. And since then, I've always made sure, even as much as I joke with this particular brother, to be open to the things that he has desired to share with me during my time in Carmel. So in the PreNovitiate, I was beginning to commit myself to the call of Carmel, wanting to live out a deeper communion with Jesus Christ as I felt I was being called to. And having this experience opened me up through this encounter through community, through this challenge of community, to a deeper self-knowledge I was utterly ignorant about, and to become more self-aware of how my attachments to things feed my anger and can be very destructive to my relationship with God, my relationship with my community members, my neighbors, and frankly, myself. So as you journey forward, I hope this video of showing a little bit about my own faith journey within religious life has helped you to maybe understand some of the different needs to work on in your own discernment through life. If that discernment is, you're in a married state and you want to grow in a deeper communion with your spouse, and how through that matrimony you can grow in a deeper communion with Jesus Christ. If it's the vowed virginity, if you're in another religious order, not Carmel, if you feel called to just a perpetual lay state of being single. There's many different vocations within the church. In many different ways people can live out their Christian call in the world. But all of these things have the component of drawing us into a deeper communion with Jesus Christ. And that need for constantly discerning on how we live out our choice is of the utmost importance. So as I offered up the tools in a previous video, I hope by demonstrating how some of my life journey has shown forward with these tools helps you to maybe incorporate them and incarnate them into your own life. Thank you very much for your time. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help me. And click that like button beneath. If you want to explore other types of my content, you can go to my website, thefrankfriar.com. There you can find links to my podcast. I release 2 episodes a week. You can find my weekly blog and links to my articles I write for the Catholic Stand. Also on that website, there's a vocation section where you can send me your information and questions that you have about your own discernment in terms of a vocation to the religious life, and I'd be happy to help you. And if you wish to just contact me and share maybe a need for prayer, etc., there's a contact page on the website. So if you wish to reach out with me, you have to go to my website, thefrankfriar.com, and I'd be happy to help you. Again, if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button. It really does help me. Know that I'm with you, my brothers and sisters, and know that our Lord Jesus Christ is calling us all to live in a deeper relationship with Him every day. And the tools of self-knowledge, understanding our attachments, and community are great ways of allowing us to be shapen by His presence in our life in order to live out that deeper communion that we're all being called for. Thank you very much. Know that I'm praying for you, and may God continue to bless you.